Hello. Happy Wednesday. Hump day. So today I want to talk about skincare. So it's part of taking good care of yourself, part of having the soft life, right? It's part of making sure that that it don't crack, right? So I remember being a little girl, maybe a teenager. I can't even tell you what show I was watching, but it was something with this French woman, and she said that French people did a better job of taking care of their skin than Americans. And so immediately I was kind of like, say what now? What was, what's she saying? So she went on to say that for one thing, they practiced good skincare before you started to wrinkle, before you started to, show age. And that you should get a good moisturizer, get a good serum, and, invest basically as young as you could and head it off as much as you could. So later on, it's not so bad. And I was like, well, I mean, that makes sense. I think I got a little head start because of the melanin, but I mean, you do see every so often some Black people that, you can tell you didn't moisturize, buddy. Like, you can see it, right? It might not be all of like the fine creping or all of that. It might not be as many big eye creases and things, but sometimes, because, everybody's individual. We're not all a monolith, right? And some folks that are multiracial or all different things, you don't know which way it's going to go. I have a really close girlfriend who's Chinese, and we've been buds since 7th grade, and we're 1 year apart. And I think she's beautiful. She would like to work on her skin a little bit more. And, so we talk about it because, as I mentioned before, I do have a day spa, and we do have some products, of course, that we sell in the lobby. But also, there's different products at different price points. You don't have to go to Spa via Long Beach Exchange to get your products. Although if you do, we'll sell them to you. But it has been interesting to try different things for different reasons at different times, right? So I already knew that I wanted to keep up with skincare for my own personal reasons. Then having the spa, it's a franchise unit, and so the big boss, the CEO boss or wife, goes to these like spa conventions, and then always comes back and would like for you to buy a whole new line of skincare to put into your retail. But of course, you may still be riding through the line of retail stuff that you already had. So sometimes you get samples, you try things, and sometimes it changes and you're like, well, I really like the one that I had. So I know, for example, we carry Pure Fiji, which we really like. And that's one that you can see at a lot of resort hotels too. We saw Pure Fiji at the hotel we were staying at in Hawaii last week. And then, there's several other brands. There's Farmhouse Fresh. And there's a lot of those products that I really like. And they, lots of different scents. A lot of it is, what it sounds like. So there's fruit or some kind of nut or oil because it's farmhouse, right? So it implies clean and fresh. There's been a few other brands that we've gone through that we don't have anymore, but I still like them. For one of the makeup brands we were carrying, we had people that really sought us out because they loved the mineral makeup. And before we carried it, I really hadn't paid attention that much to the brand. It wasn't real Norman, but you remember the ones we had to go to the store and have the store was just carrying only that brand. I'll tell you my brand later, but you get the idea. It was a specific thing, and people have like a cult following for it. Like they love it, or they've never heard of it. So anyway, as I've gone into menopause, I've tried a lot of skincare products because I went through periods of dry skin, even some peeling. And I was like, wait, what's going on? Because mama does moisturize. But I felt like, every time I sweated my face off or just whatever, just hormonally, I was having more dry skin. And I didn't like it. So, at a point I was willing to spend whatever on products to see if it would help. And I bought Shiseido. Shiseido. You tell me how it's pronounced. One of their moisturizers and a serum. And the serum's in the red bottle. The moisturizer was like a blue cap. And I want to say the jar of the moisturizer was like $130 or $150 for the jar. And then the serum was less than that, but not inexpensive. But it worked. I mean, it was really nice. It felt really thick and luxurious, not greasy, felt nice on my skin. But then I also was like, is there a way to find something that feels good and feels like that or works like that, but maybe is not as expensive, even though I was willing to spend it if it was going to really do what I wanted to do. But I also kind of felt like, but what happens now, especially since I might sweat more than once in a day? I feel like I'm reapplying more. So I'm going through more product. I don't know if that's happening for you too. And so I wanted to see what I can find that wouldn't necessarily cost me $10 skillion, right? And then I also wanted it to still be clean. So unfortunately, sometimes a lot of the American products are not that clean. Some are, and there's a lot of people who make really good brands that are not so mainstream, but if you can find it, they're really, really good. And I've tried a couple of them. For my son, I bought, because he has some decent acne and acne scars, we bought a brand called Dupes. I think it's Douds. So like a play on words. And it was like a cleanser, toner, moisturizer, serum set, but for men with, male packaging, everything's black and gold. And, the testimonials, the people got rid of the pie face and got the clear skin. And I think he's had some success with it, but not quite the full-on effect. And some of that, though, is because he hasn't been consistent with them. If I don't remind him on a daily basis, he won't remember to do it. So I wouldn't say that Dudes doesn't work. I'd say we have to, really go in and give it a consistent try to see if that will work for him. But it was important for him. He liked the packaging. He liked, what it smelled like or didn't smell like, and it doesn't look feminine at all. So he was willing to try it versus like the products that I had on my counter. For me, I want like no parabens, no phthalates, no this, no that. And so I have been using a product, the brand is called Sukin. And Sukin is Australian based and pretty natural for the most part, and also pretty reasonably priced. You could usually buy it like at, I think I bought it at Sprouts. Of course, Amazon sells everything. And I like the ones like the night cream. I bought the cleanser, toner, moisturizer also, but I use like the night cream, and then I'd buy the day cream too. And then at one point I snuck up and found some of those products, including their body wash, at the grocery outlet for a period of time. I think they were changing the packaging or something. And so I was able to kind of stock up on that for a while, but I've kind of run through my stash now. I don't know if you guys have grocery outlets where you are, but in California, they're kind of sprinkled around, and It reminds you of, I don't know if some people remember like a Pick and Save, but for groceries. So like they have some overruns or some limited edition things that the store is not still selling, or some things might be short dated. Sometimes it's very gourmet things that you just never seen it before. Maybe it just didn't work in whatever store it was in, or maybe it did. And they also have a lot of good wine selection, especially depending on where you are. So I learned that they are independent owner operators and they each buy what they want to buy for their store. So depending on where you are, the grocery outlet might have better stuff than others because it's not a uniform order. Each store does their own. So like, for example, the grocery outlet in Palo Alto had a really nice wine selection for cheap. Go figure. But anyway, I digress. So you can find skincare stuff there sometimes too, because Mama likes a deal. So I look where I can find stuff. I sometimes buy skincare and hair care stuff at like a Marshall's or a TJ Maxx. I also like to buy clothes there too. So, but and Home Goods is my jam. Don't get me started on Home Goods. But anyway, back to the skincare. So I use the Sukin for the most part. I will try different things if I see it like on a sale and I've been curious. So like I bought some really like clean, what is that brand? It doesn't matter, I don't like it that much anyway, but I tried a couple things. I'm like, it's not quite moisturizing enough. And then you also don't want to be greasy, right? So combination. But anyway, I was scrolling through Instagram and my kind of, feed will show me different things. I try to keep it positive. So I get a lot of affirmational stuff. I get a lot of foodie stuff because that's what I like to. I get a lot of travel stuff and a lot of people trying to encourage me to be a wellness coach because I'm studying wellness. And you can make all this money being a wellness coach, and maybe that's true, and maybe I'll find out. But and then retreats, because people here know that I'm trying to find my peace and my happiness. So it's like, oh, come on this retreat and figure yourself out, get your life together, whatnot. Today I'm gonna get together on my skincare. So in the feed, this woman came up and she was like, you're not gonna believe this. Look at these dupes that Trader Joe's has. And so she ran down this long list of dupes and the prices, and I was like, oh, say what? So I went to Trader Joe's. I was gonna go anyway though. I like their, they have a light lemonade that's like low sugar. I buy those, and sometimes we buy our bottled water there, although I really want a Kangen water system. Look that up, Kangen water. But, till my wallet agrees with that, I'm at the Costco Business Center buying alkaline water or Trader Joe's, one or the other. But so I was going for my usual stuff anyway, and I was like, now next time I go though, which was the day before yesterday, I'm gonna look and see which ones of these dupes they had. So here's what I got. So one of the things I was gonna get anyway, it's not a dupe, but I just like it, is their spray for your hands, right? Your hand sanitizer. Been buying this one since COVID. And I like that it seems to be relatively natural. The lavender smells not gross, and it doesn't feel like it's burning or anything like that when you're using it. And I got this leave-in conditioner. You see that one? And this is supposed to be a knockoff of a brand called Quai, Q-U-A-I. And people swear this is, as good, if not really, really close. Haven't tried it yet, but let's see what it smells like. And you don't laugh at my mismatched clothes. I got home when I took off my work pants and I'm comfortable, so it is what it is. This smells really good. I'm sensitive to smells. I don't like things that are too strong or, too synthetic smelling, too appley or too coconutty or whatever. This one's usable. I can deal with it. And you always want your hair to smell good. I don't know if you know this, ladies, but the men do smell your hair. And they may or may not tell you about it, but if your hair doesn't smell nice, or if your wig is on too long and it's not smelling too good, or your weave or your braids or whatever, they have a thought about that. But so I like to make sure that my hair is, well, I wash it a couple times a week anyway. But if not that, I also definitely, the products that I use, I like them to smell good. So I will try that and we'll see how it goes. But let's see what it feels like. It's supposed to be quiet, like a quiet knockoff. So, I mean, it feels nice. I don't know if you can see, it's got a little shine to it there. I'm used to using leave-ins that are a little more creamy and try to like hold down the frizz, or if my curls are getting too big or wild. I like the scent, and it feels like it would do nicely on your hair. This is human hair, so whatever, we do it. And let's see. That's another thing. We'll talk about wigs another time, but you do have to moisturize your wigs. So let's just work, because I see it's doing the thing. I wore a French roll of my own natural hair to work today. I just didn't comb my hair for this video, just like I didn't put my pants back on. But so this is Sheila. We talked about Sheila. She's nice. This one is meant to be a dupe of, here we go. This is meant to be a dupe of the number 4, number 5 of the hair oil of that. Gosh, you would think I'm getting dang near Alzheimer's. I know the name. I can see the picture in front of my face. The white bottles that have like the end protector, it has like the bring back your curl pattern, and they all have a number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. I think this is supposed to be number 4, number 5, and people swear this is really good. Let's try it. I'll think of the name after we get off the meeting, just because I should have brought it with me. I have it in my bathroom, but I don't want to make you wait while I go get it. Okay, I like that this one doesn't have very much smell, because you can get overwhelmed with that. Yeah, just barely anything. The oil feels really nice, very nice. Let's see. Yeah, I could do that, right? So I think the price difference is $20 or $30. The price difference on this one is also $20 or $30. Dollars add up these days with the way the world is going. And then I was told to try this one by the salesperson in the Trader Joe's. She said the oil, the marula oil that they sell, is really, really popular. And I saw a lot of comments about it on Reddit and things that people were like, it's really fantastic. But she said actually she really liked this cream cleanser because it has the marula oil in it. And so the cleanser, in her words, felt very luxurious and very expensive. And I was like, I like both of those words, especially if I don't have to really spend luxurious and expensive. So let's see what it smells like. And I will double back to tell you how it feels when I wash my face. I'm still working through my other, oh, okay, we're about to do it ghetto. Watch out now. There it is. Okay. Doesn't smell like too much, which again works for me. Not too wild of a scent. So that one, according to the Trader Joe's salesperson, is fantastic, and she liked the oatmeal in it. She said the marula oil is what made it really fantastic. So we're gonna try that out. And then you may recognize this one. This one is a knockoff of another honey product. And as the person in the Instagram post said, she felt like they even used the same jar, but I think the lid's a little different. But I actually have some of the original of this one, I believe, buried in the bottom of a drawer. Because you know when you go to Sephora and they give you free samples, or like your birthday sample. So I have that. I have the watermelon thing that they also have a dupe of in Trader Joe's. Okay, it smells just like the honey one. Oh, it's very thick. It's very nice. Can you see the little shimmer shine right there? It's very nice. Look at it. It's so thick, like it's not moving. It's not going anywhere. And I think this is also supposed to be a savings of maybe $30 or more. So if you really use these products or wanted to use these products, the savings could add up. But the one I'm excited about all of them, but the one I'm excited about is this one, because I think Trader Joe's has had like versions that were almond scented, and they're supposed to mimic, I think, that Bum Bum cream and different things like that. I'm not really a fan of the Sol de Janeiro, the Bum Bum cream. I have a girlfriend that swears by it. She says her man gets all up on her when she's got it on, which I love for her. But for me, that scent didn't do it for me. I wanted to like it. I've gone to Sephora and tried several of the scents, and eventually there might be one that I'm vibing with, but so far not so much just yet, but I'm open to it. But this one was recommended to me when I got to the store. I don't even think I saw it on the Instagram feed. Maybe I did, but the young lady at the store, let me open it, said it smells like Baccarat Rouge. And I was like, you lying, because I buy that perfume. That's sucker $500. And I think this was under $10. So I'm like, if this smells like that for under $10, I mean, first of all, I'll be happy, but also kind of pissed because I just bought the perfume. Still love it. I'm not mad. I am very picky about my perfumes. And because I have allergies and different other sensitivities, I don't like a lot of synthetics. And if you buy a really nice perfume, you only have to buy the bottle once a year because you don't need a lot. It stays with you. Sometimes even after you wash your clothes, you can still smell it. And so I'm not actually mad at it, but I wanted to see what this smells like, because I have had people try to buy me copies, being very sweet, but it's not the same, of the perfume anyway. So let's see. And I love that it has shea butter because, again, we moisturize around here. So it's, milder. It's milder. It's not, of course, they would have had to probably spend more money to get the full strength of that kind of thing. But first of all, what I will say is it feels really good on your skin. Very moisturizing. I like it a lot. And it smells pretty good. It does not smell exactly like Baccarat Rouge, but I see that the reminiscent of, I'll say. And probably if you put it on with a little spritz of your actual perfume, it would be nice. It's always nice to layer the skincare version, the cream, or even the soap of your real perfume. And then it kind of stays nice and softens into something really nice all day. But this feels like, I keep touching it, feels good. So this one I will definitely say an A for effort. And the scent is nice. The fact that it's got collagen and peptides and squalane, I'm not mad at that either. It says it's actually pink dragon fruit and jasmine scent. So they didn't try to say it's Baccarat Rouge, but there is some jasmine. I don't know about the dragon fruit, but there is some jasmine in the Baccarat Rouge, which is interesting because I'm usually allergic to it. I think I might actually still be a little bit, but I like it so much I swear it anyway. It's the same with my favorite perfume is 1872 in the green bottle, and that's got a little bit of everything in it, but natural, and I love it. So out of these, I'll let you know about this guy. I'm excited because I've already gotten a good review from others, and I like referrals. If people tell you something's nice and you try it for yourself and you like it, you feel good about it. Either way, all of these things together may have cost me $50, but I don't think so. So for this guy, this guy, this guy, and this one, probably all cost me close to the retail price, or a little bit over the retail price of one of them. And that's the way I like to shop. So I think I'm excited about that. And I want to continue to try other products and see what I can find so that I don't feel so bad if I have to reapply. So if you guys know any really good moisturizers that, even if they're up to like mid-price, but I just don't want to spend like, you know, $200 and $300 if I don't have to. I even bought the La Mer, and I actually had to return that one because I had allergy to something that was in it. Of the more expensive ones, I still think I like the Shiseido one the best so far. But mid-priced, there's I want to say a L'Oreal shea butter that was really nice. I went through it kind of fast. I still love my Sukin brand, the Australian brand ones. But if you guys know any awesome women-owned brands in the U.S. or minority-owned brands in the U.S., I think we bought a gift set for my son-in-law. The brand is called Butter. I don't know that he's tried it yet. I think he just got it for Christmas, so I don't know that he's tried it yet, but I'll let you know. That's another line that's specifically for men. And he's a model, and he's, you know, always working on his face and his skincare, so there you go. But I'd love to know what your suggestions are, or if you have any natural remedy ideas for if, like you saw, I sweated while I was here. Okay, so that's why I don't have a lot of makeup on right now. If we're gonna have to go like wash my face like I will after this and reapply moisturizer for the, I don't know, 3rd time today. What moisturizer would you recommend? Let me know what you think. Still trying to add some beauty to my life, and hopefully add some to yours. And so let's work it out together. Help a sister out. Like and subscribe, tell a friend, tap a neighbor, tell a friend, and also put in the comments, what should I buy? Thank you. Have a good night.